Welcome back to the Intelligent Study Design series. In today's session, I'll be diving into the designer, where you build out and configure your study. Now, if you're already logged into Zelta and you're in the study, it's a really simple access to get to the designer, never having to leave, log out, go to another place. The designer itself is divided up into 4 different menus. I'm not going to focus on all of those today, but I will point out the modules section. So whatever optional modules you turn on under the Define section will show up in here, and we'll cover some of these optional modules in future sessions. But today we're really going to focus on the build area, specifically in revisions. And in our case, revisions is really a collection of events, forms, sections, and questions. Generally, you think of this as the participant casebook. Now we're going to modify one form today, and as I go through this, keep in mind that this study is not live, and so I have the capability of modifying things that I wouldn't normally be able to do if a study has already gone live. There's a whole process for that, and we'll have a video series at the end on what we call mid-study updates. So today, I just want to add a question to my adverse event form. I noticed that we're missing severity of adverse event. So it's as simple as clicking this blue little box. And the nice thing is I have the capability of searching for existing questions. So I don't have to recreate the question if it already exists. So in this case, it does not exist. So what I'm going to do is create it. Now that I've put in the question text that is presented to the site user, I can add instructions, or I'm really going to select the type of question it is. As I select the type, the attributes will change, really guiding me along the way. So short answer, I'm deciding length. A numeric, I'm entering before and after decimal points. Date, pretty straightforward. But in this case, I'm selecting the drop-down. For a drop-down, I need a defined code list. So again, I can search and see if there's one that's already available. And in this case, I'm going to select the one that has mild, moderate, and severe. Perfect, works. Don't have to recreate the wheel. Let's define our item, in this case, Sev demo. And what I'm now presented with is the AI Study Design Assistant. As I create the individual column naming convention, the AI Study Design Assistant in Zelta is powered by supervised machine learning model and clinical domain logic to be able to provide CDASH-aligned design suggestions. So what it provides is understanding that this is severity. And so as a human, I can select AE7, which is what I'm going to do in this case, and even see the C- entry that's appropriate. So I've completed this question, and I'm going to save it and move on. I've completed it, and the nice thing is I don't have to do any publish or go to a different system. I can easily see what's going on, how it looks, how it would look to the user, and I can see right there it's added. I'm never having to leave my browser where I'm working. And the last thing I want to do for this particular session is add a little bit of logic. It's going to be simple because of the time that we have today, but putting it on the severity item that we just created, and I only want it to show up when adverse event is set to yes or no. So as I click, I'm presented with the questions that are on the form. And you can see how it's guiding me with an operator now at this point. And I don't have to remember, was yes a 1 or no a 1. And all the while it's guiding me and telling me if I have errors. Once I resolve that, done. And if I wanted to keep on adding more, there's a variety of operators and operands that can continue working. But in this case, this is all we're going to put. Click submit, and we have completed. So really, that's a quick look at form building, logic building within our Zelta Study Designer. Thanks for tuning in to the latest video in our Intelligent Study Design series. It's really part of our mission to help your clinical research team accelerate study builds, operate with complete control, and tailor your study setups with unrivaled flexibility. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to seeing y'all on the next one.